This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
Cars are all three of them, we should say, loose off the tunnel turn.
And right.
Just remember, Brian Vickers started in the 4th position in the 25 car. He's fell back all the way to the 11th spot right now. As Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 8 just went by him.
Sterling Marlin, Darrell, is he going to make it?
He's still rolling. Uh-oh, what's happening here now? Whoa.
Now that's Reed Sorensen.
Man, he's in trouble.
Yeah, he got into the wall pretty good. Matt?
There's trouble on the 16 of Greg Biffle. 2 laps ago, Mike came on the radio, says my brake pedal has gone all the way to the floor. No brakes. His team is scrambling in their pit to get all the tools available so when they pit, they can go to work and try to diagnose his brakes.
See if we can figure out what happened all of a sudden. Just cars all of a sudden everywhere having trouble. Here's the 41. He's all by himself.
Darrell, that car never turned when he got the turn.
No, and he was doing some weird things down the back straightaway there. You know, he just drove off in the grass and.
Man, 11th in points. Denny Hamlin only 80 points behind Ted.
Oh, trouble, big trouble.
Big pileup. Casey Mears is in it. Scott Briggs and J.J. Yaley up by the wall may have squeezed through without damage. But look at the back end of Mears, number 42.
And you're going to get real loose here on the get-go. See him right there. He just gets in there, and the front end just kind of, the back end steps out. They can handle the pain. They can handle situations like this better than other athletes can. Why? Because we don't have to carry the car. We just have to drive it.
And the thing about it, it's been 2 weeks since those wreck-it lows, and Tony said in the pre-race, you know, how demanding Dover was. He's actually got 2 pretty easy races on that shoulder here at Pocono, next week at MIS, Michigan International Raceway, but in 2 weeks, he'll have his work cut out for him.
Jeff Burton, he just slid the car. Oh, heck, the leader!
The leader's in trouble.
Hamlin crashes.
Sounds like a tire.
I was going to say, it sounds like a tire. Caution is out.
Oh, you can hear the tire flapping around. Must be a
left
right
rear.
It's a rear tire.
Left rear.
Yep.
Now, we were about 8 to 10 laps away from what would be scheduled green flag pit stops.
Tunnel turn.
Just going along. You can see the tire's soft, and here it comes flying apart. Not a whole lot you can do at 200 miles an hour. He's trying to slow down, even though it may not look like it. But, man, he's really lucky.
Back towards the front.
Oh, trouble for Schrader. And the Little Debbie's 21 is cut down.
Caution's out for the brakes. Caution's out.
Cut down a left
Nice
rear.
and easy. Just don't tear it up.
Caution is out. Good news for Hamlin, who will catch up with the pack.
Well, don't forget what my buddy down there in the Hollywood.
I definitely would say Matt Borland, that group in the 12 car with Ryan Newman, they're getting this thing better. We've got a caution.
He's in the wall without a wheel. It is
Kyle Petty in the 45 car.
Right, sir. That tire, is it wheel brake?
That's what it looks like, a broken wheel. I was thinking the same thing. Yikes.
The center is still
yeah,
in
but look
the
at
wheel.
this. Look at the whole
Decision whether to pit now or not.
Yeah, they got to come now. Let's see if we can see what happened to Kyle back here. Oh, wow.
That's a hard lick. Fortunately, the safer barrier in place there.
Boy, issue, but
I
he's
don't
not going to
think
make.
he's gonna
not
make
even
it.
going to make it to the entrance of pit road.
The caution's out. Let me tell you who this helps. Casey Kane in that 9 car, because he was actually going to have to make 2 more pit stops. He's the guy that really benefits because now he'll be on equal ground with these guys.
And what about Carl Edwards?
No help, Darrell. Carl's still a lap down, but he's the 5th car 1 lap down. Jamie for 10 to go with a whopping 5.4 second lead, and Jeff Gordon has crashed.
Man, that is a bad crash.
It's a hard lick.
Drivers.
He said the brakes went out.
Boy, and he's hurting. I don't like the looks of that. At all. Drivers. Driver's side. Thank goodness for those safer barriers.
Darrell, we've talked about how you go into turn one at 200 miles an hour and dive down the racetrack. So it's a long way to go to get to that wall. Here's Gordon climbing out. That's a good sight.
That's a great, I tell you, I'm relieved. Man, oh man.
Jeff Gordon was trying to put together consecutive top 10 finishes for the first time since March.
Thank goodness for those things up there, guys. Those safer barriers. That makes all the difference in the world.
You could see Jeff kneeling down, I think, looking inside the left front just to see what he could see as far as the brakes, because we definitely heard him say the brakes went out into a corner where you're well over right at 200 miles per hour. You see the head restraints. Fix your race car if you don't have all these things on your car.
Car looked like it just never turned.
Oh
boy.
That is a lick, guys. Look at that. Tore the sheet metal right off the thing. Well, they've struggled a lot in races, and he's had a solid run all day. Led some laps and been up front all day, so good job for the 2-car today.
2.5 more miles, 3 corners, Denny Hamlin, white flag.
What an exciting day for him. Sets on pole.
Spins out while leading.
Routine kind of day.
Comes all the way back from 40th.
Look at him flapping in the wind, baby.
And he's still the fastest car on the racetrack.
On Friday, he qualified for the 2007 Budweiser Shootout, a race he won back in February. Another half a lap here, he will be in the 2007 Nextel All-Star Challenge at Lowe's Motor Speedway.
Yeah, he was always, you know, once you win that race, you were exempted from there on. You're in it at the Daytona, but you're not in the All-Star race, and this is going to do it for him because, guys, I think he might be an All-Star.
Denny Hamlin rolls off turn 3,
Here
and he joins Dale Jarrett, Bobby Labonte, and Tony Stewart as winners for Joe Gibbs Racing. Hamlin, the rookie, starts on the pole, falls to 40th, then wins the Pocono 500.
Kurt Busch finishes second. Tony Stewart finishes third. His 100th career top 5. Brian Vickers fourth. Matt Kenseth fifth. Greg Biffle sixth. And what a battle between the Evernham cars for 7th. Casey Kane prevailing over Scott Riggs.
Hamlin's previous best finish was second at his home track of Richmond 4 races ago. And he will move into the Nextel Cup top 10.
Look at Tony. You know what? Ever since he cut his hand at Charlotte, he's been on a tear.
I know.
I wonder what they did to that hand. I know one thing. I give him a hand.
He will climb from 11th to 9th in the standings. And he is the 3rd driver of 2006 to win a Nextel Cup race from the pole. In only his 21st start, Denny Hamlin is a winner. The crew is telling him those temporary repairs to the left rear will not suffer an extended burnout.
Deepest sympathy to the family of Robert Russo. He passed away earlier this week. His son, Rich Russo, one of our ace directors, directs a number of our NASCAR and football broadcasts. And Robert Russo, good father, good husband, good man. He was 88 years.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.